world here with the fresh air and energy radiating from the ground. Note it here that the fan is industrial in vein because we are going to do a test. Today we're diving into a detailed video to address the crucial question about choosing the right generator to recharge my power station. Let's go to the intro and see it. Look, I'm not going to continue without leaving you here a small message of these that I like. Marilyn Monroe said that living alone was like being at a party where everyone is having a good time minus one. Why do I say this phrase? I say this phrase because the human brain has evolved over millions of years. He is currently in that Marilyn Morgan phrase. I mean those octogenarian people, those older people with that brain that is so evolved, so wonderfully evolved, that they are not able to remember what he did last week, but they are able to remember his whole life. Since she was little, that is, since she smelled eraser, the girl who sat in front of her at the desk, they are able to remember everything except last week, the present. Why is it so important for the brain to do that? Because the ancient age, the elder, the council of the tribe of elders was the one who had the great wisdom that told the young to the offspring, what mushrooms can you eat, where to hunt, why do we have to go, why do we have to come, why the moon, why the sun, why is it spring, why summer. That is, it was the great encyclopedia with that baggage of life that I had. They were very important. What's wrong with the old man these days? Well, his brain is as if it were useless. He is frustrated. Why? Well, because he doesn't have anyone to tell him, because that offspring who should listen to the old man to know finds everything on his cell phone, finds everything at the click of a button. Then you don't need that brain. And that's where Marilyn Monroe's phrase for these old people are at a real party. Come to your grandchildren, come to your children. Everything is fine. And yet everything that knows those fantastic and extraordinary stories struggles to find anyone willing to inherit and share them, leaving the mind in deep frustration and unease. Well, I'll just leave it there for now and we should proceed forward. Let's see how far we can check. Can we prove this? Look, I have here 3:18 p.m. I also have, if there was 30-40 here that we are going to use to clarify this experiment, I am going to put the one above that is at 86% to recharge from the one below. We are going to see it. Okay, this is going to tell us what we are doing, because I have here on the one hand this display that will soon be worth it. Well, this one is already starting to charge. Okay, it's here with 112 watts. Okay, it's already starting to have a charge, and here the one below is also starting to detect what I'm sucking, that is what I'm spending. I'm leaving to recharge this one. I'm transferring the energy from this one to this one. It's clear. So let's see what is the maximum power in watts that this energy action at 1518A is capable of achieving. Okay, here I see it coming out here. I see it coming in there. Everything is perfect. So we come to 9,976. Is he coming? I don't think it will reach 1000 watts, not before it is 900,000 watts. Well, there we are, 999. Okay, that's the maximum load power she takes. Then if we look at this generator that I have here, which is El Palma, which is 1700 watts, we could be ensuring that this generator serves to recharge. This power you need, this power station, and it is correct to some extent. But the question we have to ask ourselves, when I want to recharge the station, am I just recharging it or am I using it because you realize we are at 900? If I put this vacuum cleaner on it, that is, this vacuum cleaner, this industrial fan is fine. It has a consumption of 45 watts or something like that. Okay, look, what I'm spending here has added to me here. I mean, now I'm at 1032. If I had bought a 1000 watt generator, now I wouldn't have enough. But we may still want to spend more. While I'm recharging, imagine that we connect a toaster. This toaster, let's see if it starts, because the toaster now, look, here we are now having higher consumption, and here also 1600, that is 700 or so. That this toaster consumes is adding them to the recharge. If I had this 1700 generator, right now I would be more at the limit. That is, I would really be very at the limit. Let's see, I can even knock all this down. That is, I can pass, because if I connect more, I consume more. What's the matter? Well, let's see. Let's remove the toaster and let's prove that I have a heater here that is capable of consuming much more than the toaster. Let's see what happens. Look, there it is. Okay, look, 2000 to 1800. I remind you that that power station is 2200 watts. Currently, the system hasn't hit its peak capacity. If it reaches the limit, blocking might occur. As of now, I require a 2800 generator, or equivalent to 3000 watts. The reason for that is my preference for uninterrupted station recharging during ongoing tasks. At this point, consumption has escalated significantly, so let's examine it further. Imagine doing this same activity without using the station for recharging, instead relying solely on the generator. What might the outcome be? Would you like to explore that possibility? Let's investigate it together. Excuse me, let's thoroughly check on the generator. To begin, I have already installed the charging station. The charging cable is connected to this long extension cord, and I have the plug ready to connect when I rent the generator. At the station, I recall it was marked as 1518 with a maximum output of 2200 watts. Being with 37 watts, because I have the industrial fan installed, this is worth listening to wherever you want. It is not appreciated. Come on, let's start the generator, the 1700 watt generator, and let's see what happens. The suction is set. I love it. Please, do you know any team that starts?
How Genergy starts?
Let's prepare the firewood. We'll wait until the team is operational. You can notice it blinking in action. Not sure if half our video equipment can capture the details properly.
Zooming into the display, it's operating in S or PD mode. Power emissions are already active. It seems functioning efficiently.
We intend to push the generator to its highest performance capacity.
Here's my boy.
Charging.
Okay, let's keep an eye out because
I'm gonna
repeat.
with him.
Generator is being positioned with care and precision.
Heater.
That it reaches almost 3000 watts with the fan. Okay, wait, the load that is entering is already being processed there until it reaches those 1035. My heater registers around 35 or 34 approximately, alright?
There we are. Let's place.
Switching on the heater to observe any changes. Hold on a moment. Do you see that?
Is blocked. The generator is unable to align with the heater or handle the power station load. This is literally what I ended up purchasing. Even after purchasing 1700 capacity, knowing what I did about my power station, complications arise. It was charging well the 990,000 watts, but we see that it is not enough. Why? Because I have placed a consumption that in this case the consumption of the heater, look, that's 2000 watts. Okay, so when we buy a generator to recharge our power station, the question is simple. I want the power station to recharge the unit and at the same time take care of my consumption. In that case, I have to add the 2200, in this case, each the 2200 plus what it consumes by charging. How do I know what it consumes to charge my power station? Well, look, for example, at 3:18 p.m. that we have seen right now, we have a 1536 watt battery. And it says it takes 1.7. If we do the math, we will see that we are getting those 900 or so, those 1000 watts. That is to say, the time it takes me to fill 1500 is what I need in constant contribution plus the 2200 that she is capable of giving. It's clear because that's what it is. So there are no more mistakes when buying a generator. Generator for unit recharging. More information here in Genergy.is, our website. Look around there and look at all the things that we have put there of information, because it is a page that is made and created to help you so that these doubts that we are talking about can be resolved. All my videos are also placed on the website and you can consult them in each case. If your question free, feel free to respond. For further clarification, our emails and phone lines are available. Contact us for personalized advice. Remember, learning is an ongoing journey.